There are once again whispers that Tom Brady may not be done just yet. And while he basically denied the return talk recently, can we really trust Tom to stay retired? And while it may seem like it's an anomaly, Tom Brady is actually doing what most GOATs have done before him. Come back to go out even bigger, whether that's once, twice, or 3 times. Now, he joins a long list of legitimate GOATs who couldn't stay away already, like Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, Roger Clemens, George Foreman, Mario Lemieux, Floyd Mayweather, and many others at the peak and top of their sports. This is what they do. It's easy to look at Brady and feel like this is just a spectacle. But this man isn't Aaron Rodgers. He's got more rings than a boxing circuit. The more you dig, the more it seems like a destined path, because it turns out the best ever are actually the worst ever at letting go. Now, a team like Miami or San Francisco could really use them, and I think they could win a Super Bowl together. Now, will he actually come back? I still doubt it, but it seems like the GOAT path is never too beaten for one more stroll through. Tom Brady, is he coming back, David?
No, he's not coming back.
No, he's not. You can guarantee. You're a former Michigan quarterback. This has weight, and you wore number 12. Nobody is as qualified to talk about this as you.
Even though Brady wore number 10 at Michigan, look, I'll digress. But David Michigan.
Well, 12's more than 10.
David Michigan told me, he said he had to connect with Brady. He said he's not coming back. Brady already put out a statement. Anyone who thinks I have time to come back to the NFL has never adopted a 2-month-old kitten for their daughter.
Yeah.
That excuse I'm not buying.
Yeah,
that kitten's going to grow up.
That kitten better be alive
by the time the playoffs come around. So, do I think he's going to come back? No, I think he was genuine in his retirement, but boy, would it be fun. Down in Miami to Stephen Ross, talking about the Michigan connection.
Yeah, no
Stephen
tampering.
Ross, you know,
free man.
No more tampering. Hey, maybe come in, maybe get a little equity stake in ownership, but play quarterback for a season or two, maybe throw it to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. It would be a lot of fun to watch.
You could feel dangerous, but
also safe. That's how you could do it, because
exactly
you have that equity, you have that interest, you know,
That's
in the organization. I found it more interesting to hear the rumors that Phillip Rivers last season, during the end of the season, was pitching the Dolphins and the 49ers to come back out of retirement when they had quarterback injuries. Now it got me thinking, no, Tom Brady's not going to come back and go through an offseason and go through fall camp and go through a regular season. But could we see a situation where these older quarterbacks, these Hall of Famers, sort of retire, but maybe come in and, you know, pitch hit for some playoff contenders if quarterbacks go down?
See, I thought it'd be cool if during the Pro Bowl, like doing the flag football stuff, if they let like older quarterbacks come and be the quarterbacks actually of the team. I know that other quarterbacks can still make the Pro Bowl, but I feel like there's a way to kind of parlay these quarterbacks that are kind of moving their way out of the league, that have had a lot of success. Now, the difference in success between Tom Brady and Phillip Rivers is literally a river wide, more like an ocean. But I do believe that Phillip and Tom could both be productive. I still think Phillip Rivers, in the right system, could be productive. I mean, because again, if you're in Miami with those weapons, or you're in San Francisco with those weapons, you're not having to sit back there and drop back the whole game and go tear people apart. You do have a good run game. We talk about the modified pass game, you know, the intermediate, the quick stuff as well. So I'll never say never with Tom. The more I dug into this, I did not realize how many of these quote-unquote GOATs have retired and came back. There's way more than I just listed, like a lot more. I can go all the way through baseball. Ryan Sandberg, I can go through the whole list when you look at basketball as well. It's nuts. But Blaine, Tom Brady, is he coming back?
Tom Brady revenge tour?
Again?
Again? I mean, let's think about it.
Who let the fridge open? Again.
Right? You go back in Tampa, it didn't really go down how you wanted to, right? You kind of look like a different guy in the pocket.
What a Super Bowl.
You get divorced with your wife, right? Things are going bad. You're kind of a hothead in the pocket now. We're not used to seeing that from Tom Brady. You take some time off. It might be a 2-month-old kid now. How old will it be when training camp comes? A little bit older, maybe a little bit easier to deal with. Not even training camp. Tom, just show up week 1.
I think Tom
show up week 1, Tom, and let's go. Let's go. Why not? Do you believe Tom when he says he's not coming back? Because I don't.
No,
I don't believe anything Tom Brady says at this point.
I don't think it's a kitten. My money's on a direwolf, because if anybody can afford one, it's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So you think it's just a little small direwolf right now?
Right now, yeah, it has to start out small. How else do you form that bond growing up?
No, you can't.
Straight out of Game of Thrones. We all know it. But now, I do find it interesting as we see, and I know we're going to get into the Lamar Jackson sweepstakes and Aaron Rodgers and all that, but I will just never say never when it comes down not only to Tom Brady, but to a GOAT in their sport.
So quickly, before we move on, if Tom Brady were to play quarterback for the Dolphins next season, is that a Super Bowl winning team there? After what you saw with him in the pocket this past season?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Send him to the
It
Niners,
would be
same thing.
fun to watch, man.
I
How
think
about
he'd
Phillip
be-
Rivers on that team last year when Tua and Teddy Bridgewater both got hurt?
No.
Super Bowl contender? Yes.
You think so,
No.
Phillip
Yes.
Rivers?
Yes.
Nope.
I think they're good enough around him. For
Phillip
sure.
wasn't slinging like Tom was slinging it.
He went to the Colts for 1 year, right?
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers?
Yeah.
What was he doing with the Colts that final year?
Nothing special. Tom was slinging it. People don't remember, like, Tom was still slinging the
No,
pill.
Tom, like-
they just couldn't run the ball.
I think Tom threw
They're
the
worst
worst passes in the NFL.
Yeah, they're the worst running team in the NFL.
Yeah, which I wouldn't be
And
shocked
still
if
made
you
it to the
saw-
playoffs.
I wouldn't be shocked if you saw Fournette with the Saints, by the way. Would not be shocked at all if you saw that, especially what's going down with Kamara.
Let's go to Evelyn. All right, she says Tom Brady should take some hints from Jesus. All right, wait a little longer before he comes back. Make us all think he'll never happen in our time, and eventually he comes back.
Look, everybody has their own playbook, right? That's the oldest. That just happens to be the oldest one.
Kind of
still the best.
Kind of
one.
literally.
And
yeah.
it's still the best, but you can't quote it, especially if you coach at Texas Tech.
All right, let's go to Caitlin. What's up, Caitlin? Hope the drive back was okay. It seemed like it was. 10 hours is tough. I can't imagine he's okay leaving after how last season went. I think if he feels like he can outperform last season, that he is coming back.
Yeah, look, it's one thing to divorce your wife. It's another thing to divorce football. I think Tom Brady's having a much harder time divorcing football than he is his wife. But it's again, it's the way you went out. Because again, some of those guys I listed, what do? They came back and went out even better. Like Michael Jordan, right? Roger Clemens comes out of retirement, shoves in important moments. There's so many examples. Floyd Mayweather, so many examples of top level, top of the pyramid when it comes to their sport athletes coming back. Not only coming back, but coming back to have success. And there's a bunch of examples of them coming back and not having success. Remember Jordan with the Wizards?
I do remember Jordan with the Wizards. Floyd Mayweather is a great point because Floyd swore he was going to get to 49-0, sort of pass Rocky Marciano and then retire, and he did, but then came out and still got, what was it, the fight against Conor McGregor. Might have even had 2 more fights after he retired, but still undefeated. He always took the smart fights at the right time.
Well, look,
Catching
again,
Pacquiao
great
after
businessman.
after his.
Say what you want about Floyd Mayweather, fantastic businessman.
Your middle name's not Money for nothing.
That's for
Floyd
sure.
Money Mayweather.
Said,
But I hope you're wrong on the divorce part, about it was harder for Tom to divorce football than his wife. They got to work this out. Work it out.
Well, here's the way.
Tom or football or Tom
And Giselle, work it out.
Well, I mean, Tom's been with football a lot longer than Giselle.
She was cheating on him.
Yeah.
Really?
That's the allegedly with like a personal trainer. This dude better be Achilles. If you're cheating on Tom Brady, like, woo!
Like
It better be with
chubby dude with a beard.
No, it's not.
Look it up.
I don't believe you.
Look it up.
How rich is he?
But who cares?
Who cares?
It's Tom Brady. Not richer than Tom.
I don't know. Maybe
Giselle
you get
has
so
more
rich.
money than all of them,
Yeah.
doesn't she?
I mean, oh
And I
man.
think Tom bought so Giselle's house is
How
like
many
right
of that
across
guy's
the water from
buddies?
Tom.
How many of that guy's buddies just didn't believe him? If that's true.
I'm not
It's
buddies.
like, hey, Rick, guess what? I just hooked up with Giselle. It's like, no, you didn't.
Not cool to me.
Broke up Tom Brady's family?
Yeah, that's not cool to me.
Where's the bat?
If anybody
Where's the
else, like
baseball
any
bat?
other like famous person, I'm like, dude, you're a savage. But Tom?
I don't know, man.
Greatest
OG
living
Tom?
American, man.
It's an interesting
like
time.
Tom Brady.
YouTube, what's up? Hey, let's get to 100,000 subscribers. Our Blaine is going to literally fly around because he's a dragon and start lighting things on fire. So do you want that? Do you want us to treat this place like King's Landing? If you do, all right, then don't subscribe. But if you don't, then subscribe, and you'll save a lot of people.